Part of your credit policy needs to have a clear and concise credit control procedure. This needs to start with orders, carry through invoicing, all the way through to delivery and payment from your customers. It's important that everybody's aware of what the credit control procedures are, and most importantly, to get paid on time. Things need to happen when you've promised to do them. So if you've promised to call a debtor on a certain day, especially if they haven't made a payment, make sure that this happens without fail. Selling to customers that are never going to pay you is frustrating and ultimately pointless. However, if you use account opening forms up front, it's possible to gather a huge amount of information about your client before you agree to give them credit. Ideally, new clients should be credit checked to see what their credit status is, and importantly, once you've started trading with them, you should keep checking them ongoing. Ultimately, if the credit score is lower than you'd expect, you can always ask for a pro forma payment or get a deposit for the order. If you have customers that persistently pay you late, sometimes the only way to focus them into paying on time is actually to put them on stop. Depending on how much they depend on you for supply, this can be a good way to make sure that your payment suddenly reaches its way to the top of their payment list. If you're late sending your invoice into your customer, then you're going to be late getting paid. It's really important to make sure you get your invoicing out on time and with all of the details right the first time round. So make sure it's addressed to the right department and the right person. If you need a purchase order number or a vendor number on the invoice, make sure that it's included. And if you can only submit invoices on a certain time of the month or week, then make sure that you adhere to this. Credit control calls, while being courteous and professional, need to build rapport with the person on the other end of the phone. Ultimately, a customer is much more likely to pay you if they have a friendly rapport with you, rather than a supplier who they don't. It's important to remember to say thank you to customers who do pay you on time, and especially those who pay you early. If you really do need to speed up payment from your customers, then it could be possible to offer them an early settlement discount, just to make sure that the cash gets to you before it's due. It's important to offer your customers a range of payment methods. The easier you make it for them to pay, the fewer the excuses they have not to. The oldest excuse in the book, that the check's in the post, can easily be replaced by offering customers a chance to pay by backs. Or, if they're regular payments, you can sign them up to direct debits, standing orders, or even give them the opportunity to pay by credit card, either online or over the telephone. It's really important that your debtors know when you expect them to pay. Ideally, this should start with your terms and conditions, and when your customers apply to open a credit account with you. These terms and conditions should be signed, if possible, and then continued throughout all of your correspondence with the customers. So, on your website, on your invoice, on your delivery notes, and any other correspondence that you might have with the customers needs to reinforce your terms and conditions. Knowing when your customers' invoices are due for payment allows you to monitor your bank account to see if payments are arriving on time. Importantly, if payment dates aren't met, then the customer needs to receive a call and find out why there's been a delay. It also allows you then to decide on what your next course of action should be if payments still haven't arrived. When a customer is late in paying, it's important that they receive a follow-up call immediately. They need to know that you're on top of things and that late payment won't be tolerated. Make sure that when you get through to the person who's dealing with your invoice, a note of all of the conversations and promises are actually kept on file for you and your colleagues to refer back to